I'm finally filming a video that I've been saying I'm gonna film for the past like forever. I'm telling the story of when I went on a date with this guy and he took me to his drug dealer's house. Such a ridiculous little tale. If some of you don't know, I've been living in Cape Town, right? Original subscribers know this is my room from before I even left. So if you didn't know that, such a stupid little story. I went to this club, not a club, I went to this bar. Is it even really a bar? I don't know if I can call it a bar. My friends and like we're sitting at this table. We're sitting on like this balcony, so the passageway isn't that wide. So we were sitting like closer to the balcony. Then there's like tables like along the wall. And we're sitting at this table and then there's this like table of guys next to us. Not like a lot of guys, but like 3, okay? So anyway, we're sitting, and then this guy, I can feel his eyes literally burning the side of my head. And okay, I don't even want to sound like, actually I know I'm a bad bitch. At this point I was tired of people, not people, but I was tired of men and like trying to talk to me. I wasn't even like trying to make eye contact with this guy. Guys, this guy was literally staring at me. So this guy was coming with our shisha, like this waiter was coming with our shisha. All right, so he's coming with our shisha and I look at the guy with the shisha and this guy fucking bobbing his head and we make eye contact. Now the thing about this guy, I didn't want to not talk to him because he wasn't attractive. He was really cute and he was like really tall. He's like 6'4", and baby, in Cape Town that's not that common. I'm just used to seeing like short niggas, so this guy was like 6'4", like. And okay, now we've made eye contact and now he's like smiled. I'm just like so I put on my fucking fake smile and then he came to me and as soon as he comes to me, he like takes my hand in a fucking panoramic. Are you sick? Stand up, and then he's like, I just want to see you like standing up because I don't like girls who are taller than me. I'm like, bitch, if you don't shut your. But I stand up, I'm entertaining, I'm also kind of like twirls me and he's like juicing me up, he's like feeding my ego, whatever. And then we start talking. He has like this Americanish accent, so when I heard this accent I was like, oh, okay. We start talking, like the banter's really good, whatever, and I'm like fucking straining my neck trying to talk to this guy. Our conversation was cut short because this other like scruffy ass guy came and like pulled me and started talking to me. And remember what I just said, because I have the deepest story time about that guy. Let's just call him K, because that's what his name starts with. How about you guys never knowing that this video keeps on stopping and I keep on having to delete apps and things just to fucking film for you guys? Yeah guys, I have the deepest story about K. But I'm still too embarrassed to talk about that story because that's a story that I really clowned really hard. But I'll tell you guys when the embarrassment wears off. I gave this guy my number. Let's call him, I'm just gonna call him R because that's also what his name started with. And these are like older people, so I know they won't watch this. I gave him my number, but like when I gave him my number, I actually had no intention of actually speaking to him. So a lot happened that night. I literally forgot about this guy, but like he kept on messaging me saying like, where are you? I wanna see, whatever. I was really minding this guy. I was actually in my own situations. Like 2 days later, I get a DM on Instagram, like a request, and then I open the request and it's like this guy and he's like, I found you, LOL. I'm like, okay. I obviously start stalking at speed. Also, I forgot to mention that the day I met him, the outfit he was wearing was very ridiculous. He was literally wearing tie-dye head to toe. I saw that his fashion is actually like normal. Well, not like normal. Expressive. He's very expressive. And some of his outfits are really nice. So then I saw that, I was like, okay, let me reply, because I told you he was cute. I reply him or whatever, and whatever, we start talking on app. And then that same day, like he's like, oh, I want to take you out on a date or whatever. I was like, bet. The guy messages me, he's like, I'm outside. I said, okay. So I go outside. Also, I was wearing like these heels. I actually have them like right here. I was wearing these boots. They make me really fucking tall. I'm like 5'7", 5'8". So these like make me like 6'7". Like picks me up in this like really nice Mercedes. Also, he is Nigerian. When we got to talking, he told me he actually was Nigerian. He just lived in America for a bit. Like this really nice Mercedes. This really nice Mercedes. I don't know the makes, the classes, the brands, the genres. He's like, hi, whatever. I'm like, I look at this guy, I'm like, oh, okay, you fucking cute. Now in the car, like we're talking, whatever. This guy, okay, the first thing that stood out to me, I get into the car and this guy was literally playing Summer Walker, right? But I was like, okay, whatever. She's not like, you know. Guys, when I tell you like literally every song, like the next song, or like all songs that I have in my phone, like all fucking bangers. Because like my main genre is like R&B, but it's not like if I had gone in and I was just playing trap, I was gonna care. So I don't really mind what you listen to. Like I really prefer, like there was this one time, like I was with this guy, he was also Nigerian. And like we had the exact same music taste. Like we watching Tiny Desk and just like talking. Oh my god, I didn't want to talk about that guy. Anyway, so I'm literally singing, he's singing, you know, we're vibing. I'm like, okay, this is really nice. Also, the chat in the car was really nice. Like it was like we were like laughing, like getting to know each other. It was like really cutesy. Like I was like messaging my friends like, okay, bitch. Really good conversation and like really good music. The way me and this guy were relating and the way he was like, the music, the chats, like he would like be quoting like memes and stuff. We get to Camps Bay, we're driving along, like you can see the ocean, you know, it's like, where do you wanna go? I'm just there like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So this guy was like really a gentleman. Like he comes and he opens the door for me and like, it was like really hilly. So like he then like, he like hooks my arm with his arm. And I'm like we're walking like arm in arm like that. I'm just like, I can get used to this, you know? I can get used to an attractive 6'4" man on my arm. I pick this restaurant. You know, obviously he opens the chair for me. And like we're sitting like at the balcony, like at the edge. Like you can see the ocean, the sun is shining. Anytime before the waiter would come, he would ask me what I wanted. And then he would speak to the waiter. He was in control, he was in charge. Let me just say it like that. He's telling me about his life. And then also he told me he's like a fashion designer. And then he hits me with, you know I have a daughter, right? Like, how the f? You know, he started talking about the daughter. The daughter's like 4. She sounded really cute. I started immediately asking about like baby mama drama. He gets a phone call from someone and he's talking on the phone, whatever, he finished talking on the phone. Then he's like to me, do you mind if we just pass by like my friend's house? And I was like, okay, that's fine. Because he had told me that he lives like out of town. Not like out of town, but like he lives far. So I was like, okay, this guy is, you know, he's finally in town, you know, chance for him to see his like friends or whatever. I'm not gonna deny him that. So I was like, okay. This guy also is a really big smoker. I'm not talking about like cigarettes. Everything this guy was doing, I was just falling in love. Like everything was so perfect, guys. So now we're driving and like also, you know, we're driving, you know, listening to music, singing, guys. Now we're going Signal Hill, driving up. The sun is setting. We're listening to Shanae. We're listening to Summer Walker. We're listening to Brent Fire. Guys, I was on a wave. It was such a good vibe. The guy saying to me like, oh, I can tell that we're gonna be like so good together. I'm gonna treat you so well. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna get you anything you want. We get to this like apartment building. And I was assuming that was a friend's house or whatever. It was also really downhill. So like, we're like arm in arm, whatever, and like we're going down laughing. Cause you know, like I told you, we're both, it was like so fun. Like it was like a fun date. Immediately I got in, I was like, is this like an adult's house? Literally, it looked like a student house. And the guy, the owner of the house comes. Like I'm looking at this kid, I'm like, you are definitely younger than me. I'm just like, hi, nice to meet you, whatever. This guy is literally wearing pajama bottoms and a top. This guy, when he saw me, he was shocked. I don't think homeboy told him that I was coming. But also, in this guy's defense, as we will get later on in the story, this guy was his dealer. Guys, now I've told you, I'm zooted. So I'm now sitting on this bed while R and this, let's call this drug dealer, let's call the other guy Tendai. I'm sitting on the bed and then they're like sitting like in front of like the TV by the PlayStation and they're just like talking whatever. Then R goes to the bathroom. So now I'm alone with Tendai. Tendai and I are now speaking whatever. I'm asking him, I'm like, this is a really nice place because it was cute. It was like really minimalistic. But it was a really nice place whatever. So I'm like, oh, I really like your place whatever. He's like, thanks, it's just too quiet for, you know, someone young like me. I need to be like closer to the city. I was like, so you agree, you're young. Then R comes back and, you know, like he would like come to me and like he would like crouch down to like talk to me and he'd be like, babe, are you okay? First of all, I'm like, who? Then they're talking. Then I see Tendai stand up, come to his bed and pull out like this like case. He puts it on the table. This nigga opens it, guys. I felt like I was in fucking Narcos. This briefcase was decked out. Then I see R pull out like a wad of cash. One thing about me when I'm washed is like, I really start noticing things more and like I start like really thinking a lot. Like everything started to fall apart for this man. I'm sitting there and I'm like watching things happen. I'm like, wait, is this grown ass man friend that we came to see this 18-year-old boy who also happens to sell him weed? Now I'm in this thought process. I'm like, now in my head, this guy is now becoming a loser. With every time I have a new thought, this guy is becoming more and more of a loser. But shit, he's actually really childish. what kind of man his age listens to music like that? What kind of man his that age dresses like a fucking crash project? All these things started like coming into my head, guys. And I'm literally like giggling I'm literally messaging Charmaine and Rutendo, and I'm literally giggling. Because like the whole time I was on the date, I'd been like hyping him up, like saying this is like the best date ever. I was literally like laughing. I'll try and insert. I need to get the fuck out of here. This guy comes, he kneels in front of me. He's like, babe, do you mind if we play FIFA? I know you're fucking lying. This was so hilarious to me. This guy starts playing FIFA with this kid while I'm sitting on this bed, and I am just sending messages to my friend, and I am laughing. I'm just like, I need to get out of here ASAP. Me knowing damn well I didn't have school for the next 2 days. I'm like, I have school tomorrow, I really need to go, whatever. Now he's driving me home, whatever. Just telling me all these things about how he thinks we're gonna be so good together. Guys, we really could have been. Like, we would have been such an attractive couple. And I really, truly do believe that he would have treated me well. Was I ready to be a stepmom? Maybe not. But also, I found him very attractive, but I wasn't like sexually attracted to him. He was an attractive person, but I wasn't like attracted to him. He drops me off outside my gate, and like, so he stops the car, and then the car switches off. I'm like, oh fuck. Then homeboy leans in to try and kiss me. Then I'm like, not on the first date. Like, I don't know you yet. Like, next time. So I get into my house, guys. I'm not even kidding. As soon as I got into my house, first of all, 2 seconds, me in this house, this guy's calling me like, oh, I just want to see if you're okay. Anyway, he was really sweet, but that's funny enough, not even like the most ridiculous story with a guy that I've had in Cape Town. And I am literally going to do a video